up, man? That? It's all over here now.
Holy shit, it's bright as fuck outside. It's okay. Whew, that's better. That's better. So I would just like to take a moment to formally welcome you to the first vlog. This is gonna be more of a car vlog. First of all, it's bright as fuck. That's just a Texas thing though. It's not really something that I can control. Things are gonna be a bit scuffed in the beginning, I will admit. I don't have a tripod or the microphone that I'd like. And because I don't have the microphone I'd like, it's a bit bigger and a bit more in my face and not good for car shoots. But either way, welcome to the channel. I'm excited. Here's what we're doing. So today we are driving to San Antonio. So when you get out of the military, there's an organization called the VA, which essentially help veterans get disability, which is monthly military compensation for injuries received while in the service. My dad always told me before I joined the military to go to the doctor for everything. So everything that is wrong with me is on the record. The problem arises when I do that and I start just complaining about everything. And then I get told that I'm leaving the base. And I'm like, oh cool, I get to leave the base. And then I think, oh shit, I might not be able to leave the base. So that's what we're doing today. Previously, I complained about feeling like my heart was beating out of my chest. So I am going to the doctors right now for kind of like a final appointment. If there is any reason why I cannot leave, it will be because of what happens today. And it will be due to no fault of my own, except the fact that I was complaining a lot. San Antonio's about like 3 hours away from here, so it's a bit of a trip. That's why this is a whole ordeal. I'm not bringing the camera with me to the doctors, obviously, because that's fucking weird. But while I'm in San Antonio, I'm gonna go fuck around and do some shit. I'm gonna go hang out at Chipotle because we don't have any here and I've been really craving it. And then I'm gonna go maybe say hi to my grandma, and then I'm gonna make a trip to Best Buy, maybe 2 Best Buys, to sort of shop around for some camera equipment. Anywho, let's get going. Hi. So we are in San Antonio right now, and I just got done with my appointment. Great news, I'm dying. I won't get the results for a couple days, but when I figure that out, that is when I have the all clear to leave, which is fantastic. Firefighters, brothers. So, we got a couple issues that we need to solve. Number 1, I want to go to Best Buy. Number 2, I want to eat Chipotle. Continue the rest after. Okay, so it's a bit windy out here, but this is the best spot I could find. I apologize for the fit. I'd like to think I have better style, but let's be real, I just wear a lot of gym clothes all the time, which is okay, but it's also kind of sad. Sometimes I want to get dressed up and go out and shit, right? But like, what's there to do, man? Small town, small people, small base, small everything, bro. Right next to a dog park. It's cool. I like dogs. I miss it. I want a dog. A couple days ago, I went through like a spring cleaning phase. I cleaned up my whole room. I threw away a bunch of shit that I knew I'd never use. More specifically, I threw away a bunch of shit that I never really wore. Partially because it's Texas, so it's really hot. Also partially because like some of it I just outgrew. You know, I outgrew the taste. In doing so, I ended up ruining my style. I got these really nice pair of Chuck Taylors. Tyler, the Creator, who's one of my favorite musicians of all time, makes like clothes and shit like that under like the brand of Golf Wang, and he made a line of Chuck Taylors. They're really nice. They're like a brownish, pinkish purple. It's really cool. In throwing away all those clothes, I realized I have nothing to wear with it. Nothing. I was gonna wear like these jeans and I literally had no shirt to match it. None. Which is really sad, because those are my favorite shoes. I've been trying to redevelop my style a little bit. Finding out that I'm moving to Japan, like, kind of gave me a new opportunity to, like, kind of rebirth myself. So why not, right? I threw away a bunch of my clothes, and I'm restarting my wardrobe. The real kicker is, like, I've been getting really into shoes lately. Stuff that is unique, that I feel like can help define a style. Shoes are so fucking expensive. Oh my God. Don't even get me started, bro. That ain't gonna stop me. To each their own. Looks like the wind finally died down. Right on cue. Right on fucking cue. Oh my God. I think the scariest thing about starting vlogging is being willing to embarrass myself, or not getting embarrassed in the first place. Like, here, right? When I walked up, I was nervous as fuck because there were like 4 people over at the dog park with their dogs, and they were playing around, shit, like doing their shit. There were 2 people over there watching the construction site. When I was setting up my camera for that shot previous, there were these 2 people that came out of the park and they just got in their car. They sat there and they were watching me the entire time, and I just ignored it. I did, because like I had to go. I had to get out, get all my shit, swap my lens. So I pulled out everything that was in that shot except for like the food. I pulled out everything because I'm having a fucking brain aneurysm. Pulled out my lens, swapped it, pulled out the tripod, set it up, put the camera on, set the exposure, all that stuff. And then I drove away, drove back, and I was worried that they were gonna steal my camera because they were just sitting there, bro. I drove away and then drove back and then pulled all the shit out. The tripod bag was empty. I pulled everything out for the shot, and I was just worried. I was like nervous, and I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't. This stuff is like, this is what I want to do for a living, right? Or at least do as sort of like a passion project. I want to create things. Nah. To do that, I kind of get out of my own head. I kind of got to get out of my own head. I remember watching Sugar Pine 7. I was watching like the scenes that the situations they would get into with like just random ass people that don't know they're YouTubers, and they're saying outrageous shit, dumb shit. I truly aspire to have like that level of like not giving a fuck. That's what's gonna allow me to like reach out and get better content. That's what's gonna allow me to do more fun things with my friends. I haven't had Chipotle in so fucking long. So good. Jolly good show. So I went ahead and went to the appointment. The chick that was doing like the procedure, she was like embarrassing the shit out of herself, bro. She was like talking about like how like she got an Uber with her kids once. There was like, in her words, a very fine young gentleman, and he was like hitting on her, and he said something like real bold, and like her kids was in the car with him. They're like, hey, wanna hear a story about how my mom shit herself? That shit is so funny. At that point, they gotta know what the fuck they're doing, right? Oh my God, if I did that shit as a kid, I would have seen the light and had to have been brave enough to walk away. Holy shit. If you guys watch a lot of YouTube, specifically like cinematographer YouTube, personally, I take a lot of inspiration from Cult Kerwan, and Life of Riza. I have a lot of YouTubers that I watch in like the film scene, like Gerald and Dunn and Peter McKinnon, but those 2 specifically, I draw a lot of inspiration from, just because their style of cinematography feels so intimate. What they do is like, they are always thinking of, how do I turn this into a really cool shot? How do I do this? How do I do that? And that's kind of what I want to like be able to fuck around with, you know? It's kind of what I want to fuck around with. I want to make cinematography type content, but still vlogs, right? I'm kind of getting inspiration on the whole vlog thing. I kind of like it. It's cool. This gives me an excuse to hang out with people, an excuse that I didn't really have before. I just kind of sat around and played games all the time. That's no fun. It's not cool. I'm a fucking loser. Fuck that guy. He sucks. I don't want my life to feel like a movie. I want it to feel like my life. In doing this, I believe that I have more to say, more to do, just because of the excuse of the lens, the camera, and the microphone in front of me. Drove here for 3 hours. Then I gotta drive 3 hours back. I'm gonna find more shit to do. I'm gonna go to Best Buy. I'm gonna film a little bit in there. I'm waiting for my grandma to text me back because she lives in San Antonio and I haven't seen her in a while. It is now 3:53. It is time for me to leave. I'm so excited. I haven't been to Best Buy in forever. It's like my favorite spot. I'm trying to think I have a more favorite store. I don't. Well, let's go. I'm beat. Best Buy was a dud, and I'm leaving to go home now. I'm just now leaving. I have 3 hours, and I gotta pee. I'm probably gonna just piss myself, to be honest. Thank you for joining. I have nothing. I have actually nothing. Car game. A bit of growing pains. I will be candid. This is a bit of growing pains going on. I'm not used to making things, so things are going to be a little bit rough in this beginning part. I thank you for sticking with me. This was a very interesting experience. Thank you all for joining. That's all I got. Please subscribe. Bye.